Thanks for checking out this video. So we're going to tackle some pretty big concepts in this video. We're going to talk about sin. We're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about salvation. Okay. So first of all, humans are born to sin, and they're born to sin because the pattern that humans are connected to is the inverse of the pattern of God. Humans are designed to separate and cause division and chaos, and God is designed to unify and bring peace and prosperity. Now, a human is going to always sin. You see, a human, it's impossible to balance a human perspective. What you have to do is you have to abandon it. And when you abandon your human perspective, well, that gives you salvation. Okay. Salvation is when you decide to serve God. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that sinners will be able to go to heaven. Only true believers in God that act on God's principles, which is unifying our world and our families together, are going to be given the ability to go to heaven and to have a life in the presence of God in their next conscious existence. Now, does that mean that people that choose to stay with the human pattern will not be forgiven? No, we're always forgiven. This pattern is only designed to help us transform our thought. And for the people that don't transform their thought, well, they just get to come in here and suffer some more until they decide to do. Now, it's important to understand how this works. So when people find this out, and let's say somebody has power and money, and power and money can only happen if you have segregated views. You have to really, buy into the idea that you're more important than someone else, and that's why you deserve all of those nice things, and everyone else has to suffer. But I promise you, there are consequences that come with that choice. And the more imbalance and the more you invest in this human pattern, unfortunately, the farther down the spiral into the hell like reality you'll wake up in your next conscious existence. Again, you cannot balance a human perspective. You have to abandon it and you have to decide to invest in a godlike perspective. That is the only way to be saved. If you sin, you will be forgiven, but all of the sins that you commit will have to be atoned for. So if you use wealth, power, money, influence, and you create a lot of division, then unfortunately, the more division you create, the greater your debt gets. It's kind of like compounding interest. And the interest on the compounding debt will not stop until you decide to submit. That's how that works.